Well, hello there. We're going to start today a series of 15 stories in 15 days, each standalone. Um, that may be a seed story for later. Who knows? But for now, just myself and wonderful Father God intertwining to create a story for you. One off. And that's it. When we finish, we'll give you a blessing as always and a prayer. That's the total of these 15 stories. So let us begin. It was a beautiful day. That's what he would have said if he could say anything. He had been mute for years. And it happened, well, as things happen. Stupid lark. Dive off a dam. Not a big deal. Hit the water wrong. Did something to his throat. And his voice disappeared. He had gone on with life, growing up. Now sat in a field, operating as a science research into organic farming of this sort that he was doing. But right now, he didn't have any tasks. He'd done them all. He's now sitting having lemonade. He didn't have anyone with him. Why would he? His assistants would come and go. We couldn't really understand him. He couldn't speak. He would write, and that wasn't considered communication. But, I mean, he was still intelligent. He could still put reports together. Everything was good in a way. He just wished, in some ways, that he had thought 20 seconds before he dove off that dam. But he'd done it. And here he was, you know, healthy, whole, without a voice. And he had been talking to this lady 2 fields down. Talking is a interesting word. He had been sitting at his computer and typing out stuff, letting her know that he could not speak at all. And she didn't seem to mind. She said, "There've been a lot of lights around your farm." He goes, "Yeah, but I don't believe in those things." He would type back very short messages, and she'd go, "You never know." And he goes, "Yeah, that's true, but I don't believe in them. There are no miracles. There is no God." She goes, maybe you might be showing wrong on both. And he went, "LOL, I'll, I'll, I'll wait for that." Now he was sitting on the porch with his lemonade. He was chuckling at that. His head hadn't laughed either. Hadn't been able to do anything. Something in his brain shut down when he hit the water the wrong way and hurt his throat. But he could have got his voice back, but he didn't. It never happened. He was a skeptic. He'd gone through school. It was hard, but he'd done it. And now he had this research thing for organics because that was his love. He wanted to grow stuff without messing with it genetically and everything. He figured there was ways, and he had found a grant, and he he, he ate beans and mac and cheese and whatever he grew out there, and it was enough. And he was starting to show results, real ones. And yeah, the bad ones, as he called them, were around. He could see them trying to get to his fields, but they couldn't. He was more than the sum of his parts, in a sense. And something kept him free of their messing. He didn't know what. That was when it happened for him. His life was about to change. He didn't know it. There was a bright, real bright star, and it was coming down kind of faster than probably it was supposed to. At the last minute, some sort of air braking system, he would call it. I don't have a clue. I don't do planes, trains, or automobiles. I do plants. Well, we'll call it an air brake. Somehow it worked. And the thing stopped. And it weren't from here. It weren't a car. It weren't a truck. It weren't a plane. And it certainly wasn't a train. But it was sitting in his back field, and it had missed experimental field plot two by a couple of inches. It may have brushed a few of the plants. So he wanted to go out and see. He doesn't believe in these things, but there it sat. Okay, well, maybe that lady's right, he said to himself, because he couldn't talk out loud. He went and took him a few minutes to get out there. He shocked his whole system when he did that silly thing, and everything doesn't quite up the way it wants to. When it wishes to, it moves, and that's what he was doing. He was kind of lumbering, slipping, sliding out there. I'll get there. And he did. And he got there, and it was cooling. You could tell. And it popped open, and well, I ain't human, but she looks friendly. And I guess I'm gonna have to say those exist now. Dang it. She looked at him and she goes, he was sitting there and he had an aluminum can in his hand and it had root beer in it because that's the good stuff. And since he had to walk out here, he had reached down into the cooler and got one. It was going to take him a minute. He was there now and he had just about finished it. She looked at that and she goes, that looks like, well, hey, Pa! Something being translated, of course, but it's what it came out in his language was Pa, and Pa came out, and the two kids came out. And, that was fun, Pa. Well, that was a malfunction, and we're lucky those that we decided to have that air brake package because that would have made a mess. Pa, can you fix it? No, can't. Don't have any more of that material. That's really like they don't give you much in the kit. That's the second time she's broke down like this. Now we're on a planet. I won't be nasty to it, but it doesn't have a repair depot. He looked up and he goes, you okay? Yeah, we're fine. You're from up there. Yes, yes. We're not anybody important or anything. Don't think like we're diplomats. We're not even supposed to do this, but like we're buzzing along and we're taking a tour past your place, a Great Wall of China type thing. The monument on the rock. That's you got to get a picture of that. And we were doing those things, and then this silly thing blew out. Well, we'll call it a resistor because you probably wouldn't understand what it is, and it's made out of a material that we don't have much of on our world, much of us in our galaxy, really. But, every once in a while we find some. Oh, what you holding there? It's called a tin can. I got like, 70 of them back there. Huh? That is that tin? I think that's what you call it here. Tin. Yes. It's that's it right there. But we know. I mean, it's you dig for centuries on rocks and meteorites and asteroids, and you might find a wee bit, but it ain't. Oh, wow, that's a lot of it. That might actually fix my resistor. I don't. Could I have it? And he goes, well, certainly. I was just about to recycle. You recycle those? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, how many do you have in the recycler right now? Oh, about 30 of them. I've been hard on it this week. It's called root beer. I really like it. I can share it with you too, but well, yeah, okay. We're not supposed to really talk with you. We're already breaking rules that we're probably going to get our fingers broke for. But we do need that. That right there would be good. She goes, what's that? What's, man, my nose is too good. And the kids are already looking at your shack. What are you cooking? Well, veggie stew, of course. And I caught a, Small, well, piece of meat, we'll call it. Much bigger than that. But it's in my stew. Oh, wow. You mean earth stew? Yeah, real food, not out of a paste bottle like this. Oh no, no, no. No. Ah, maybe I can help you out in a couple of ways. Oh, that would be wonderful. I'm a good cook, but this is all we can get around where I was, and our supplies ran out, and the silly thing in here called it, well, it needs more of that, of course. Everything that we make has to have some of that, and that is so expensive, and that's why we rent these things instead of buy them, because, yeah, this is taking half of our lifespan of saving. But we're out on this tour. We got another 6 weeks, and then we're back, and I do what I do, and he does what he does, and the kids grow up, and we've had an adventure. And he looks at him and he goes, "You have an RV. What's that? Recreational vehicle." Yeah, that's basically what this is. I mean, it is a Starship, but it ain't much of anything. Couldn't fight itself out of a white paper bag, and hopefully we don't have to. Everything's kind of regulated, but we're not supposed to be here talking to you. No, that's all right. I'm talking to you. I decided to initiate. I'm not going to talk to anybody because I didn't believe in you until you're here. Well, that's how it usually works, and kind of say that way it's supposed to. Anyway, he said, Pa's going to be a while fixing some things, I imagine. And he said, you see that green bag? I'm going to ask you a sci-fi question. Can you just pick that bag up and bring it up here? He goes, oh, yeah. He said, I can use that grabber I got on my belt here. Foop. That bag right beside it also has tin cans. Okay, foop. There you go. That should be enough metal. Oh, man, I'm rich now. I can actually pay off the rest of this if you don't mind. Oh, yeah, I'll give you more if you want. Really? Yeah, some with the stuff in it. Maybe some vegetables to take with you if you can fix your fridge. Oh, I can fix things now. I'll put this in the forge and wow, yeah. Um, he's poked his head out. Ah, well, they figured we're down. Yeah, when they're upset that we're talking, then let me talk to them for a minute. He goes, oh, okay. He goes, translator on. They're hearing you. Sorry about that. That wasn't supposed to happen. You can just kind of forget it. Don't worry. I'm not one of those that's going to talk about it much. Maybe to a lady 3 doors down because she was talking about it. Means I might have to talk to her about God. Oh, that'll be a good talk when you have it. You know about God? Oh, yes, we do. Let's not go into that. We're not supposed to talk to you too much. What's your thought? Well, you don't have a lot of that metal, do you? No, no. These things are, well, this is the budget one, you know. I think you call them a U-Haul. It's what it is, and they know it when they take it. We hope they don't get stranded and we have to send out a repair thing. That's even more expensive and cost them the other half of their life savings and nothing we can do about it. He said, I have an idea. I have some metal cans that I never will use, and I just recycle for 10 cents each. Not worth anything here, really. But it sounds like on your side of the thing that would be helpful. Oh, he told me you had 2 bags of that stuff, and after it's all melted down, it's going to fix all the parts that I haven't even got fixed. I mean, the budget models don't have everything working, including, micro turrets and stuff that take care of, well, things that may show up, go and bump in the night, out there. So if you are up for that, that's fine. I have a, well, I'm coming to the end of my grant and I want to continue doing what I'm doing. And I don't know how the situation works. And at that time, the kid is spinning a diamond and a sapphire on the floor. Whoa. What? Those? They're everywhere. They get in our toes. Man, I tell you, it's just too many of them. We don't have any use for them, really. I've never designed any technology around them. And yeah, they're pretty, but I mean, you can go out on the street and pick one up. You want to hang one around your neck. He goes, in our world, they're very, 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 well, very much like your tit. And the female child goes, "Oh, you had my bag." And she plops this bag in his hands and he looks and it's got like 30 diamonds and it's got 12 rubies and oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll save the farm. Now, how do I explain that I got this? The guy goes, "Oh, we can give you a certificate for that. We have that ability. Don't worry." I hear down here they're very expensive. We don't even think of them. But if you want to trade a little bit of that for a little bit of this, that'll be good. Mama, can I? Yeah. And she come back, can I have this? And it was a carrot. And he goes, yeah, sure. You might want to wash it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to take it over to the washer. And she literally stuffed it in somewhere. It came out peeled, clean, and ready to go. And she went, yeah, that looks like it. And she bit it. And she went, oh, real food. No swooshy out of a bottle. It's good. It keeps you alive, but dumb fridge had to die. Well, nothing's going to die now, Papa said. And Ma goes, yeah, this is what you do for a living, right? Fix these things. I could really fix these things if I had a few of these. Well, there's a lady down there that drinks about as much as me, and she probably has a few. Now, what I was going to say is that if you guys run into a problem, maybe I can be a depot. I'd like you to park a little bit back. I can give you a, oh, I don't know. We won't call it a landing pad, but we will, if you get it. Well, that would be good for us. I mean, we do need a place here to kind of get things sorted out if this happens, and it does more often than you know. And so you have some sort of beacon that you can leave so that they can find it. No one else here down here has enough technology to pick it up. Oh yeah, there's a light color you guys can't see that we can see quite well. Okay, well, emergency depot. I went from believing in aliens to being an emergency depot. All you have to do is give them some metal. They'll be able to fix the ship most of the time. That's good. I can do that. So they sat and they had a nice supper, and he filled up their fridge, which wasn't really a fridge, but he didn't have another name for it. It's a place where you put all the food, and then the food got made by the lady, but making it wasn't the same way we made it. She made it by pushing buttons and things, but she was a good cook. And he had taken down a deer that got clipped by a truck. He took it apart and he gave them half of that, and they were like, "Wow, that's awesome meat. We don't eat meat very often, so that'll be good." And he said, "What I'll do is before you take off, because nobody's noticed you coming down except for that big star in the sky. Got a meteorite on there? Oh, we got tons of them. We were collecting them, but we can give you one. Good. My excuse for the star in the sky. Okay." And this one's not irradiated or anything going to harm you. It's just a big old piece of iron. You can just stick it on your porch and it looks good. Yeah, that's it. That'll explain the falling thing. So he goes, okay, I'm gonna move it over there. Oh, wow, that's a neat device. Yeah, it digs holes. Not big ones, but that should do it. Oh yeah, that looked like it. We can lay it in there. Yeah, that'll work. We'll let them decide what happened. Yes, we won't tell a soul. Then he realized something. I'm talking to you. Oh, Ma goes, sorry, should have asked you first, but you had a brain lock. It happens with our people too. If you do something traumatic to yourself, you get angry at yourself basically, and you don't let God forgive you, and you can't do something anymore. And I just saw that, and I saw that you were suffering, and I released you. Oh. Well, thank you. I've not talked in a long time. And I did do something to myself. It was a bit, well, kids are kids. That's how you had to look at that. You tried something, it looked like fun, it wasn't. You let it go. Well, Ma, you're pretty good at being a counselor. She goes, oh, I have to be. She said, my job's kind of dealing with that stuff. That's what it does. And she goes, well, you know, it's been nice chatting with you, but we got to get back to our tour. We're joining one over there. Going to go around your big old gas giant, and then we're leaving this area and we're going to another galaxy, and we got another few weeks of this, and on the way back we'll drop in and pick up some more supplies if you don't mind. Yeah, sure. Give you another bag of kids' toys. All right. That'll help. He said, what I will do is go around to the different farms, and they don't want to take it in anyway, and I'll pay them. Oh, you're gonna help them. I am. All of them are struggling. They'll just give them something and just with the paperwork, and they don't have to know where it came from. Remember, I only talk if I wish to. Oh, yeah, that's true. She smiled. Well, I'm getting on it. The ship didn't have a big rocket or anything. It just started floating. And he closed the hatch, which he had been sitting on. He realized he had been sitting on the tailgate of a starship. Folded up, they all waved at him. The little one said, look forward to seeing you, Stu. Maybe something new. And he goes, I'll make you barbecued ribs. And she goes, food meat. Yes. And they were gone. They just floated up a little bit and then poof, and they were gone. The little beacon sat over there and he knew it was there, but he couldn't see it. No one can. No one can see those colors. And walked back and he typed to the lady. He goes, well, why don't you lead me to that one you call God? Because I already had the other happen. She laughed. She goes, how are you going to deal with it? I said, there's a meteorite in the ground. Typed, by the way, I can talk now, but I don't know how often I'm going to. She goes, well, you have to come over and have a chit chat with us at some point. So, story one. That's it. Blessing is simple. Joy, peace, and the unconditional love and caring of a God that cares for you. Wisdom as you require it. Abundance overflowing because He is Jehovah Jireh. And we'll leave it there. And whatever that brush is going to paint in His hands, according to His will, that's Father's will, God's will. According to yours, it can be. So we come before you, Father, Spirit, Son. This is the first story. I've enjoyed it. It was fun to weave together. You just never know where you're going to go with you. But let's talk about that son that he was about to learn about. The one that you can just very simply say, well, I can't do this on my own. I know that I can't get myself fixed because I tried that. That doesn't work. So can you forgive me? And of course, God will. Once you're forgiven, then you can just accept the plan of His Son, the Savior, Jesus, as He's known, Yeshua on earth, sometimes Christ, sometimes Jesus Christ, spoken in reverence and honor. But that plan of redemption, recovery, restoration, yeah, that one. And then thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude to being saved, because you are. Tell somebody. On the way out that door, you just ask that Holy Spirit to join you. Come in and take the wheel. Be a better life. Not going to be perfect. There's still going to be bumps in the road and things that you have to deal with. We all do. But you're not doing it alone anymore. You're doing it with the Creator that created you. That changes the game. That's all I can say. So do that. And if you're in it already and you, well, learn more, get closer. God is into relationship and he likes to be close. Likes to look after you and give you the wisdom you require, the invention, the intention, all of those things when you require it. So ask. He'll open the word in a way you haven't seen before, maybe. It'll be amazing, honest. I know because it happened for me many times. And then we just push back the darkness. You don't require that pounding on you right now. Give you a little bit of time to acclimate all of this in. It isn't going to be roses only. It's going to be thorns. I'm not going to lie to you. But the thorns are different with God in them. You'll find that out. So, as we said before, is you know, grace, mercy, courage, strength for the road. Thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude. Standing in awe and honor, respect, allowing all glory to flow. Father, Spirit, Son, this is, and so this is. Be blessed. Story number 2 coming in the morrow at some point. Blessings. Have a great and wonderful day.